If your family is rightfully proud to have one or more members who identify as LGBTQIA+, or if you just want to know what all the letters stand for in that acronym, there is a place you can meet kindred spirits. Here with more is Kat Pangborn from It Takes a Village. Good morning, Kat.
Good morning. Thank you
Great
so much.
to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Now, first I want to touch on It Takes a Village, your organization, and what you guys are all about.
We are a local grassroots nonprofit organization. We were founded here in the Hill Towns just by one parent who wanted to be a helping hand to another parent in need with a young baby. And over the past 8 or 9 years, we have grown to have the Village Closet in Cummington. We have a home visit program. We have multiple parent groups, and all of our services are 100% free. They're open to everyone all out throughout Western Mass. Some people also believe we only serve families with young babies, but we also serve really all families. People come from all over, from Belchertown, from Springfield, from all over the valley to our Village Closet, where we have all free baby gear.
That's great.
Yep.
And you guys are a part of Valley Gives.
We are, and it was a
show.
wonderful thing to be on the same day as Katie from Valley Gives.
Yeah,
so.
Katie from Valley Gives was like, oh, did you bring them on to come on with me? I was like, no, we just like to have nonprofits on the show, but this works too. Now,
and we are a participating charity in Valley Gives.
Yeah, May 1st you can donate to It Takes a Village.
Yes.
Now, I want to touch on, as promised, the LGBTQ family meetup. It's one of a kind in Western Mass. Why is that?
So it's, as far as I know, it's the first of its kind in the Hill Towns. There are many resources available to LGBTQIA families. In other parts of Western Mass, the Hill Towns feel like families with members who fall into this category don't have as many resources. The rural areas are often underserved, and just like every family, in order to prevent things like depression, isolation, it's really important to have community connections, to be around other people who share the same experiences and challenges.
And this is a way to do that.
Yep.
Now, I think a lot of the people get deterred because they get confused. They know LGBT. Yep. They've gotten that far, the first four. They know lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender.
Yep.
But after that, they get a little confused. I want to break that stigma so people understand. So after LGBT comes the Q. What does the Q stand for?
Q can stand for queer, could stand for questioning, and queer is also a big umbrella term which some people that are transgender, pansexual, polyamorous, gay, lesbian, it's just a term that feels like the right term to some people. It's a really inclusive term. It used to have a negative stigma in the past, but for many people they feel like it's been reclaimed as an empowered term.
Because it's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum, yeah.
And for some people, they can't fit into one category.
Right, and as many people know, gender identity and sexual orientation are two different things, and if someone is transgender, they may also be gay or lesbian. There are so many different ways that people can be, and sometimes it's just easier to say, queer is my identity. And the I stands for intersex, and that is a variation in sex characteristics that is found at birth in some babies, and it could have to do with anatomy, it could have to do with chromosomes. It just means that when a baby is born, they present in a way that's not typically the way that a male or female baby presents. And then A could stand for asexual, it could stand for agender. The word agender usually refers to someone who doesn't fit into the binary, maybe doesn't identify with any particular gender identity. And asexual refers to people that their connection to others is usually a strong romantic connection, but doesn't have a sexual component. And so all of these letters, these are really different people and experiences, but there's often a shared component of having challenges with family, community, family planning. For most people that fit in the LGBTQIA spectrum, when there's a decision to have a family, it's not just as easy as two people coming together. There's often a lot of planning. There may be a donor, adoption, fostering. And so for families to come together and share these complicated experiences and to be understood is really important.
And let's make sure we don't forget the plus sign.
Yes, the plus sign.
Adds a little pizzazz at the end of it. I like the plus sign.
You could probably line up 100 people and ask them, what does the plus sign mean? I think it means that there's no way we can fit all the letters to represent all the people who have different experiences into one acronym. You could add polyamory or pansexual. It can also indicate that some of these letters, like Q, could stand for two things, like queer or questioning. that the A could stand for asexual agender. Sometimes you'll see a little 2 at the end, LGBTQIA squared, to mean that some letters have more than one meaning.
It's crazy how there's 7 letters and that's still not enough. We need the
Yes,
plus sign too
it
at the
is.
end of it. But that's how important it is. Make sure everyone feels included. Kat, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate having you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
And you guys can check out the next one. That is Tuesday, May 8th at Russell Memorial Park in Chesterfield. And for more information, you can go to hilltownvillage.org.